Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about memories of the past and what we do with them. And I'm thinking about this today because we're going through some old pictures that belong to my parents and our grandparents, and we're trying to figure out what to do with them because not all pictures are important to us, although clearly they were important to them, or they wouldn't have had them, or they wouldn't have taken them, and they wouldn't have had them printed. And then it sort of got me thinking about, then like our children having to go through our stuff, and what memories will be important to them versus what's important to us now. And fortunately for them, a lot of our stuff will be digital, and so they can just delete it or never look at it or whatever. And some of it they may never even find. But for my brother and I, a lot of the pictures are printed pictures, and we don't even know who some of the people are in some of the pictures. So there are moments of having lost out on not asking enough questions when my parents were alive, or of not sort of listening to the undertones of why something might have been important to them, or maybe some people who were important to them that we didn't really see from day to day or very often, so they weren't sort of part of our lives. And it sort of got me thinking about just memories in general, and what sort of memories do we hold near and dear to our hearts, and which sort of memories we wish we could just let go because they're maybe not great memories. And I started focusing a little bit for myself on what brings me joy and peace, because that's the next 40 years of my life, that's all I want to be living, just joy and peace. I mean, obviously there's going to be some other stuff in there, but for the most part, as much as possible, that's where I want to be living. So now when I look at things, I look at them with that context in mind, whether it be a photograph, a piece of clothing, an experience I want to have. I think, is it going to bring me joy and peace? Is it going to bring it to me now, and is it going to bring it to me in the future? And because sometimes that piece of chocolate cake is going to bring you joy and peace in the moment, but maybe not so much in your future. So it's important to sort of look at do we just go for the instant gratification, or do we go with something that takes us further than that? And and then if we have that, is it something that we necessarily have to share with others? I'm sure it's fine, the fact that people were important to our parents who are not necessarily important to my brother and I, or memories that they had. They were their memories, right? They were experiences that they had with with each other or with their friends or whatever, and we didn't necessarily have to be part of that. But then what do you do with the archive, so to speak? Do you delete it? It's kind of feeling like you're in the moment right now, it's sort of feeling like I'm deleting part of my parents' lives, about who they were, which I know on a realistic scale that's obviously not true, but in the moment you've got these memories that they held, and then you're kind of discounting them. Does that make sense? I don't know, maybe some of you have had to go through this already. We just took all the pictures and just piled them all into one gigantuan tote, the ones that we didn't take and with us right away to look at another day. And here it is the day before I leave, and we're pulling out all these albums now and shoe boxes of photographs and stuff. And I don't know, there's something to be said for memories. There's something to be said for experiences shared. And if you're not part of the sharing, then maybe it's just not important to hold on to it. If you're not part of the experience, Anyway, that's where my musing is today. Have a great one, everyone.